to Just in the Kitchen with your host, me, Justine. Thank you very much. Today I am making barbecue, pulled barbecue. Now usually it's made out of pork, but a lot of people are allergic to pork or don't eat pork. So what I'm going to do today is make beef barbecue. And I kind of got this recipe from my Aunt Kathy. When I was little, I think I was about 7, I went over to her house. She wasn't even married yet, I think, to my Uncle David, and she made country ribs in a barbecue sauce. So as I got older, I really loved the barbecue sauce, but the country ribs, I didn't like them that much. So I had family over, and I'm like, oh, what am I going to feed them? And I had a couple of roasts, and at my store, you can always buy one, get one free. So I thought, my mom always used to talk about beef barbecue sandwiches. When we used to eat Sloppy Joes, she would put coleslaw on the Sloppy Joes, and I thought it was the most horrible thing. So she said that they used to do that on beef barbecue sandwiches where she lived in Kentucky. So I thought, well, let me try this, because my mom and my stepdad Mark were up, and I thought, well, I'll try it. So I did, and it came out great. This recipe is so good. If you're having a party, you can make 6 roasts and shred the barbecue, and people don't even know that it's beef. They think it's pork, except for those that have a problem with pork or don't want to eat pork. So I'm going to start with the ingredients. I have onions, and right here I have 3 roasts. So it was my buy one, get one free, and I have another roast in the refrigerator for another time. Ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, mustard, liquid smoke, vinegar, cup of brown sugar, salt and pepper, and water. It is so easy. You just put it all in one pot and let it cook. So right now, I am going to show you an easy way to cut onions, because I am not the best chopper in the world. So I'm going to show you. Cut it in half. Keep the root on it. Take off the skin, and then I always slice it like it's a little pie. You know, little pieces, and then as I get over to the side, you don't have to cut all the way through. Can you scooch in, Mark, so they can see? Are you in? Okay. So see how I'm not really going all the way through, except on the first top cuts. So then that gets all the way through. And then these, and you can cut them as close as you want, or if you want bigger chunks, you can do them bigger chunks. 350 preheated. So then you just go, doop, 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 doop. It is so easy. You don't have to worry about, my mom never showed me this. She used to take the onion and slice this way, slice that way, slice that way. I could never slice an onion that way. So when you get down to the root, I always hate, some people throw it away. I always hate wasting. So I just get as close to the root as possible. And boom, you're done. You've got half an onion chopped. So right here, I have 2 onions in there. I'm noisy. There you go. There. I'm going to bring my pot over. This is my pot that I'm going to put the roasts in. And you just take all of the ketchup. It's a 32-ounce thing of ketchup. And you add water into it, but you can't get out. I always just take a little bit. Then you shake it. And like I said, no one is ever going to know that this is beef, because it doesn't taste any different. Just take this, shake it up. Shake, 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 shake. Shake the ketchup, boom, boom. There you go. And you haven't wasted any ketchup. Take the rest of your water, put it in there. I might do just 2 cups. Put your onions in there. Brown sugar, this is about a cup. Do some mustard. Oh, this must be this must be a new one. All right. Mark, can you get that off? No, never mind, I got it. It is a new one. So, I did not know. All right, you just do probably 3 tablespoons of mustard. See, I don't even mise en place this. I just do it right out of the containers. I do probably 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. It's very strong. Don't use a super lot, but for some reason this recipe soaks up the liquid smoke so you can't really taste it. Then you put in your Worcestershire, do in a couple tablespoons. Add in probably about a teaspoon and a half, or a little bit more, maybe a tablespoon and a half. How about that? Tablespoon and a half of the vinegar. Did I get everything? Yes, I did. And then you just stir it up. And stir it all over meat. You kind of want to make sure it's mixed up really well, because it will not, you're not going to stir it, you're not going to do anything. And I guess this would be a good crock pot recipe if you wanted to do it in the crock pot, because it does take 3.5 hours in the oven. So you could just leave it and go. But I don't have the patience for a crock pot. I like to do it this way. So as you can see, Mark, can you kind of come in and show this? Did you get it? Let me know. I don't want to tip it out. Got it? Okay. So you see how it's all mixed up? Then I just take the roast. I might add a little bit more water into it. The more roast you have, the more water you want. And if ever you have too much sauce, you can always cook it a little bit longer and the sauce will cook down. Or you can pour off some of the sauce if you find out you have too much sauce. But let me warn you, when you shred it, it's going to look soupy. But as it sits, it will suck up all the barbecue sauce. And I guess if you wanted, you could use your favorite barbecue sauce. But it's so easy. You saw, it took me no time to get that done. Now, if you can't get all your roasts in here, you can always cut it up a little bit. But, there. It's very full. It'll cook down. There you go. And I just put the lid on it. I'm gonna wash my hands. I just put the lid on it, put it in the oven, cook it for 3.5 hours, take it out, and as soon as my hands can stand the heat, I shred it. But you can put it in the refrigerator, which is what I might do overnight. Let it cool off, and then you can shred it. I have a few other things to do. Today I'm gonna make a few salads. A friend of mine's having a party, so I'm making her some food to take to it. And I will see you back when I decide to shred this. Have a great day. God bless. I'll see you in a few hours. Bye. Hi, welcome back. I have cooked my roast, and you can see I've shredded. Nobody wants to sit and watch me shred about 10 pounds of beef. And right now you can see it's a little on the soupy side, but once it sits and it starts to cool down, what you're gonna do is this meat's gonna start soaking up. The inside's gonna soak up all that juice. All right, and this is all you do to shred it. You just take a fork and start shredding. And then as you shred it, just put it in there. But you wanna be careful. I don't like a lot of fat in mine. I do not. So I try to go through and pick out some of the fat. And it's hot, it is. A little bit. But see all this? I don't want that. I don't want that fat in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it off with the fork as much as I can. And then, see? Nobody wants that. And then there's some connective, fat connected, some connective tissue. You don't want that in there. And you just pick it off, throw it away, and then start shredding. So much for having little, strong, tough fingers. But this is all you're gonna do. Then you're gonna put it in there and you're gonna let it set. The longer you let it set, the more the flavors will soak into the beef. Although some of it did while it cooked, it will really soak up. They're like little sponges, little meat sponges. And you will, there, I've got some of it. So I'm gonna start adding this in. Stir it around. So you can see it getting a little bit thicker as I'm adding the meat in. So, actually, what I'm gonna finish doing, that you don't need to see, is I'm gonna finish shredding this beef, getting the fat out of there. You don't want that fat, nobody wants a mouthful of fat. I'm gonna finish shredding and I'll be right back and you can see kind of the end product. When it's all cooled down, you can see it's still smoking right now. So once it's cooled down, you'll see what it looks like. You'll see how it soaks up all that beef. This has cooled down some and you can see that it has gotten thicker. So you can see that it's gotten a lot thicker as it's cooled and the meat soaks in the juices. The first time I ever made it, it was my own recipe, as I said in the beginning, and I thought, oh, there is no way, I made too much juice. And shredded it, left it. I came back, and boy, all that juice was soaked up. So don't be afraid. And if you ever get too much juice, just take some off. That's okay too. So now I'm going to taste it because it is warm enough, cool enough. No one will ever know that this is beef unless you tell them. I took too big of a bite. So, if you want this recipe, go to www.justinthekitchen.com. Remember to like, share, and join my YouTube channel. And thank you for joining me. God bless. Have a great summer.